What's going on? What's going on? All pro wrestling fans of all shapes and sizes from all around the world. Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the YouTube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, time for another doubleheader preview episode of some more pro wrestling shows for this weekend. My God, it's going to be a heavily loaded weekend. Oof. I'm not going to get much rest, I don't think. So, for this episode, I'm going to preview the Stardom 5-Star Grand Prix 2025 Finals show, which is a pay-per-view. And then I'm going to finish off by previewing the upcoming AEW New Japan Forbidden Door 2025. That's also this weekend. So, two big shows on top of already what's going to be a loaded weekend. Especially with Ice Ribbon and Seedling and Sendai Girls, the Tokyo Princess Cup. Like, there's so much. Heat Wave. There's a lot. There's a lot. But we're going to get through this. We are going to get through this. Going to start off with Stardom. Now, just a heads up, I don't have all the graphics for this card. They haven't uploaded all of them. But still going to do this. Still, we got the full card. So, the 5-Star Grand Prix 2025 Finals will take place this Saturday, August 23rd, at the Oda Ward General Gymnasium in Tokyo, Japan, which I've been to before. Pretty nice venue. Okay, we got a pretty loaded card, and we even got a, one or two championship matches as well. So, got a lot to go over. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get started. Let's get started with the first match. Okay, we're going to have ourselves a 4-way tag team match. Yeah, 4-way tag team match. So, we got Stars made up of Momo Kohgo and Yuria Hime, of course known together as Peach Lily, versus God's Eye of Lady C and Kiyoka Kotatsu, versus the rookie duo of Emma Maishima and Kikyo Furusawa, versus H.A.T.E with the combo of Azusa, Inaba, and Fukigen Death. To be honest, I would like for either Stars or God's Eye to win, personally. I think it would be pretty good if Stars won, just, to get Yuria Hime going, now that she's officially a member of Stars. I don't think the rookie duo is winning. H.A.T.E could win. I mean, Fukigen Death is known for that O'Connor role. But I'm hopeful that either Stars or God's Eye, one of those two teams, will pick up the victory. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if H.A.T.E won off Fukigen Death pinning somebody with the O'Connor roll. That tends to happen when she's in the match. Just saying. Okay, moving on to the next match. Got ourselves a trios match. We have the trio of B. Priestley, Hanan, and Iida, and they will be taking on H.A.T.E, made up of Saya Kamitani, Natsuko, Tora, and Ruaka. Of course, we know B is going to be challenging Saya Kamitani at Stardom to the World for the World of Stardom Championship. So, of course, we're going to build this up even more. Of course, B gave Saya her first loss in the tournament. For this, I can see this going either way. I mean, part of me could kind of see Saya kind of get some revenge. Because, I mean, I'm sure they're going to have, another meeting or two before their title match. But I'm going to play it safe. Just with this build-up, I'm going to play it safe and say B, Hanan, and Saya Iida pick up the victory. Probably Ruaka is the one that gets pinned. I don't know. But, or it could end in a time limit draw. It could end in a time limit draw. I mean, the whole point is to build up B. Priestley versus Saya Kamitani. So, could be a time limit draw, but I'm going to say B, Hanan, Saya get the victory. We'll see, though. Okay. Now, for this next one. I don't have the graphic for this, but I have a similar graphic, so I'll just use this one. I'll just use this graphic. Okay. All right. So these are our two 5-star Grand Prix semifinal matches. So we're going to start with the Red Stars side first. Azumi versus Rina. First off, Rina has been on a roll, and regardless of whether she wins this tournament or not, very impressive being that this was her first 5-star Grand Prix and she made it to the semifinals. That's huge. That's huge for this young kid. Azumi definitely has had a great tournament. It's had a really great tournament. This is definitely going to be a close match. I think it's going to be a very exciting match. But I do believe that Azumi will pull off the victory and will advance to the finals. I think Azumi takes it. I will be incredibly shocked if Rina wins. As incredibly cool as it would be, I don't think you have Rina win this. I really don't. Not for her first. Not for her first. I think Azumi's got this one. I think she'll put up an excellent fight, but I think Azumi's got this. I think she got this. So I'm going to go Azumi to defeat Rina and advance to the finals. All right. And then for the Blue Stars semifinal match, comes down to Saori Anou versus Momo Watanabe. And apparently, I've been hearing like a lot of fuss about there being disdain for the fact that Saori Anou made it to the semifinals, which I don't know why. I mean, she's a phenomenal wrestler. She's a threat. I mean, she was a threat when she set foot in Stardom. So I really don't know why folks are angry, surprised, or whatnot. But anyway, Saori Anou, Momo Watanabe. Of course, Saori Anou's the only one seed left in the tournament. And Momo Watanabe, although she had to cheat like crazy to defeat Saori, here we are. her journey continues. But I do think it's safe to say, I think they're going to pull the trigger. I think Momo Watanabe beats Saori Anou and advances to the finals. Do I think there will be a similar amount of cheating in this match compared to the quarterfinal match? Maybe, but I'm gonna say probably not, because there was a lot more heat towards Saori than towards Saori Anou. I think that's safe to say. So I don't think there will be as much shenanigans for this match as to the quarterfinal match, but I think there may be a little bit. But I am picking Momo Watanabe to win and advance to the finals. But yeah, should be good. Should be really good. Okay, next up, we got ourselves another trios match. We got a Empress Nexus Venus versus Cosmic Angels. So representing EXV, Waka Tsukiyama, HANAKO, and Rina taking on Cosmic Angels, Natsuko, Aya Sakura, and Sayaka Kurara. To be honest, I'm gonna have to go with Cosmic Angels to pick up the win. Although I would be pretty impressed if EXV won, but I think Cosmic Angels should have this. But should be a good match. Okay, continuing on. We got ourselves a three-way match. So triple threat. We got Mei Seira versus Saki Kashima versus Yuna Mizumori. Hey, good to see Saki Kashima back in there. It's been a while. I mean, it would be nice to see Saki Kashima return and pick up a victory. But I think it would be safe to say that if either Saki or Yuna can pin Mei Seira, that should open up a door for a future high-speed title shot, which I still think Unamon could be one of the first in line for, but, you know, you could say the same thing about Rina as well. So, I mean, we'll just see. We'll see what happens. Then again, being that May didn't even make it to the playoffs, this could be a match that she wins. You know, just for the sake of having a victory under her belt that she hasn't had in a while. So, I don't know. You could really go either way with this match. But, you know what? I'm hoping Saki Kashima picks up the victory. Just because, you know, she's returning. We haven't seen her in a while. She wasn't in the tournament or anything like that. So, it'd be nice to see Saki Kashima pick up a victory. So, you know what? I'm going to go for her. Okay. Let's go to this next match, which I do have a graphic for. I do have a graphic for this match. So, check this one out. Okay. More trios action. As we have Mi Vida Loca, made up of Akira Kuragane, Rina Yamashita, and Suzu Suzuki. And they will be taking on the trio of Hazuki and Koguma, you know, Fukuoka Double Crazy, and Dark Silhouette from CMLL joins the fray. Well, could go either way. But, This really could go either way, actually. The thing is, I've met Rina Yamashita, I've met Suzu Suzuki, I've met Fukuoka Double Crazy. Crap. I don't know. I really don't know. What the heck? They're my favorite. They're one of my favorite Joshi tag teams. I'm gonna go for it. Fukuoka Double Crazy, Dark Silhouette. Pick up the victory. Why not? Why not? Why not? But it should be a good match. Regardless of who wins, it should be a good match. Alright. Let's go on to this next match. Like I said, this a loaded show. A very loaded show. So, we got a tag match. Neo Genesis versus God's Eye. So, for Neo Genesis, we got Starlight Kid and Miyu Amasaki. And they will be taking on God's Eye of Ami Sourei and Tomoka Inaba. See, this one's an interesting one. This is a very interesting one. This one could really go either way. I don't know. I really don't know. Because part of me feels like God's Eye could win and maybe Ami Sourei gets revenge on Miyu Amasaki, you know, because Miyu Amasaki pinned Ami Sourei in the tournament. Or it could be Starlight Kid getting revenge on Tomoka Inaba. I mean, Tomoka Inaba made her tap out in the tournament. So, honestly, part of me could see this going time limit draw. You know what? Bump it. Time limit draw. Time limit draw. Why not? Why not? Okay. Now, let's go into some title matches. We got 2 championship matches to look forward to. So, number 1. We have the Future of Stardom Championship on the line, as the champion, Hina, will defend against Rana Yagami. Of course, Rana Yagami had a pretty decent tournament. Came close to clinching a playoff spot, but couldn't quite do it. Hina, she's going to be going for her one, two, three, four. Wow, this will be Hina's 6th title defense. Wow, she's already got 5 under her belt. Not to mention, this is a rematch from All-Star Grand Queendom. Whew. I don't know, y'all. Do y'all think Rana Yagami could be ready to take that title? Could she do it? So this is defense number 6 for Hina. She's already beaten Rana once. I mean, to be honest, I would not be mad if Rana Yagami won. She's definitely improved. You know, the last 2 years she competed in 2 Catch the Wave tournaments, was in the finals this year. You know, this is her 2nd 5-star Grand Prix which she did a lot better this year than she did last year, because remember, she was Ami Sourei's replacement. Honestly, I would not be mad if they gave the title to Randy Agami. In all honesty, I would not be mad. But do you keep it on Hina a little longer? Do you keep it on Hina for a little bit longer? You know what? I'm going to take a gamble. I'm going to take a gamble and say Randy Agami becomes future Stardom champion. But like I said, either outcome, I hope both these ladies tear the roof off the Ota Ward General Gymnasium. I like both ladies, and honestly, I think there's a good chance Randy Agami could get her win back and become future Stardom champion. But I won't be mad if Hina retains, because I like Hina as well. So yeah, but that should be a really good match. Should be a really good match. But yeah, I am all for it. Let's do this. Okay. And our last championship match comes down to this. Oh yeah. For the IWGP Women's Championship, the champion, the Sun God, Saori, will make her first official defense against the woman that submitted her in the tournament, the submission sniper from H.A.T.E, Konami. Looking forward to this match. Looking forward to the run back. This should be good. This should be really good. Of course, Saori's been having a hate problem lately, especially considering she lost to Momo Watanabe, and Konami gave her first loss of the tournament. So, Saori's going to be hungry for some revenge. And I'm pretty sure she's going to have to deal with, a lot of the hate shenanigans and whatnot. To be honest, I do think Saori will retain. But what are the chances that Konami actually pulls this off? Because you would have to imagine there's going to be some shenanigans in this match. Because there was a whole lot in her match with Momo. But I do think this time around Saori will overcome the shenanigans and beat Konami. But that would be quite a shocker if Konami can win again, this time for the title. Which, now that I think about it, they could do a storyline with this. Yeah, they could do a storyline with this where perhaps, and this is a long shot, but perhaps instead of Shuri coming back and winning the title back from Saori, might have her come back and win the title off of Konami. Now that I think about it, that could possibly happen. That could possibly happen, but I'm going to go with the safe bet and say Saori retains the IWGP Women's Championship. But it should be an intense match, for sure. And then the main event, of course, just going back and reusing this graphic, the main event will be the 5-star Grand Prix finals between the Red Stars winner and the Blue Stars winner. And already, from my predictions, I'm predicting for it to come down to Azumi versus Momo Watanabe in the finals. Now, to be honest, one of two things I think will happen. One, we'll see the shenanigans and it works in favor of Momo and she wins, or they work against her. One crucial moment, one crucial mishap works against her and Azumi wins. Either way, Azumi has a chance to win her first ever 5-star Grand Prix. She's already won Goddess Tag League before with with Momo Watanabe, who she's going up against. Momo Watanabe has a chance to get the hat trick by winning the 5-star Grand Prix. She's already won a Goddess Tag League, and she's already won a Cinderella tournament. So, can she get the hat trick and win the 5-star? To be honest, I do think Momo wins it. I think with how they've been going with this and the build-up and everything that's happened, I think she's finally going to get her moment. Long overdue, yes, but I think she's finally going to get her moment. Yeah. I think it's a little more of a safe bet now that Momo Watanabe's finally going to get her moment. And, I'd be happy for her. I mean, I've met her twice. So, in all honesty, she's long overdue. And even if Azumi wins, I'll be happy for her as well. Because, I've met Azumi twice. Yeah. Twice. So yeah, that's the way I look at it. But this is a loaded show. This is a very loaded show. Man. Whew. That show's going to go the distance, I bet. But should be fun. Should be really fun. Okay. Now, gonna switch gears to AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door in London. So, it will take place this Sunday, August 24th, at the O2 Arena in the UK, in London, England. And they have 9 matches so far. I don't know if they're going to do any pre-show matches. They did announce 0 hour, so they may do 1 or 2, but nothing's been said yet. So, but of course, as usual, if they decide to do that, I will be sure to account for them come review time. Okay? Okay. With that being said, let me get my graphics ready. And we will get started with this one. Okay. In no particular order. We're going to start with this one. All right. Got ourselves a tag team match here, where we have reunited, maybe for just one time, the Rated R superstar Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. Many know them together as Edge and Christian. They'll be taking on the Matriarchy. Although I have to find out what they decide to do because, oh, actually, what I think they're going to end up doing is Kip Sabian, and instead of Nick Wayne because he has the broken foot, Luchasaurus or Kill Switch or whatnot. That's what I'm expecting, but you know, on here they have Nick Wayne, Kip Sabian, but I think it's going to end up being Kip Sabian, Kill Switch, or Luchasaurus. I'm gonna just say Luchasaurus because I think that's better for him, unless they say differently. But all in all, I do think that Adam Copeland and Christian Cage will pick up the victory. Like I said, this one time only. Where I expect that this will be one time. And yeah, as a matter of fact, I think they may have just updated it. So yeah, let me update it as well. Yeah, I think they just updated it. So yeah, it is Kill Switch. Oh well. I'm not a fan of the name. I prefer Luchasaurus, but okay, it is what it is. So yeah, they will be taking on Kip Sabian and Kill Switch. So I have to see if they do another updated graphic. But I'm still sticking with Adam Copeland, Christian Cage to pick up the victory. Should be good. Should be really good. Here's hoping. Okay, let's go with this next match, which I am very, very excited for this match. Check this one out. All right, we're going to have the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship on the line as the champion, the leader of TMDK, the front man, Zack Sabre Jr., will defend against Nigel McGuinness. Oh, man. You know, Nigel McGuinness had one heck of a match with Lee Moriarty, and I definitely believe that this won't disappoint. And I hope both these gentlemen get plenty of time. I will say I do believe Zack Sabre Jr. retains, but I hope they go at least 20, 25 minutes, if not more. I would love for them to go long. So, this should be an awesome match. I'm hopeful. But, yeah, going Zack Sabre Jr. to retain. But looking very forward to this match. Alrighty. Let's keep it going with our next match. Alrighty. We got the TNT Championship on the line. As the champion, the Protostar, Kyle Fletcher, will defend against the ticking time bomb, Hiromu Takahashi. But yeah, quite an interesting choice. But, you know, I like Hiromu. But yeah, this should be good. Expected to be back and forth. But I do think Kyle Fletcher retains for obvious reasons. But yeah, this should be a good match. And yeah. Shout out to Hiromu on getting this opportunity. I can dig it. Alrighty. Let's go to our next match. Here we go. To the ladies. Alrighty. So we have a fatal 4-way for the TBS Championship. The champion, the CEO, Mercedes Moné, will defend against Persephone, Bozilla, and Alex Windsor. So you got Persephone from CMLL, Bozilla from Stardom, Alex Windsor from AEW. Was a little bit bummed at the Bozilla pick, but I mean, with the 5-star Grand Prix final show, I mean, it would have been difficult to really get anybody else. Pretty much everybody else is booked, so I mean, honestly, Bozilla just made the most sense when you really think about it. Bozilla made the most sense because I mean, she's not booked on the 5-star Grand Prix final show, so that's why it makes the most sense. So, but to be honest, I do think Mercedes is going to retain. I really don't see. I mean, if Alex Windsor wins, that would be cool, but I really don't see anybody beating Mercedes. But there is that chance that she may lose and just not eat the pin. But honestly, with who they have in there, I don't know. But I'm going to go with the safe bet and say Mercedes Moné retains. Okay. Let's go to our next match. Alright, we're sticking with the ladies for this next match. Like I said, this is in no particular order. Next match. We have the AEW Women's World Championship on the line as the champion, Timeless Toni Storm, defends against the still reigning ROH Women's World Champion, Athena. Could we be seeing Athena 2 belts? God, I hope not. I hope not. I think Toni Storm should retain. I really do. And don't get me wrong, I love Athena. I've met Athena. But for her to hold the top women's titles of both promotions, I think is a little unnecessary. I think it's unnecessary. So I'm going to say Toni Storm retains. Which, it'll be big, because, you know, means Athena will have had her first singles loss in a very, very, very long time. So. But yeah, I'm going to say Toni Storm picks up the victory. All right, let's go into this next match. Here we go. Okay, we have the AEW Unified Championship on the line. As the champion, the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, will defend against Swerve Strickland. Should be a good match. But to be honest, I got a feeling that Swerve is going to come up a little short. I think he's going to come up a little short. I think Okada wins, but this should be a really, really great match. I think this should be a really great match, but I got an honest feeling I think Swerve comes up short. So, Okada for the win. But looking forward to this match. Okay, let's go to the next match. Here we go. Check this one out. All right. So we have ourselves a triple threat, a 3-way elimination tag match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. As the champs, the Hurt Syndicate of Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley will defend against FTR, that's Dax Harwood, Cash Wheeler, and Brodito, made up of Brody King and the ROH World Champion, Bandito. Should be a very loaded match. Should be action-packed, should be enjoyable. But word is there's the whole politics behind the Hurt Syndicate not wanting to put anybody over. So, I guess take that for what you will. But I'm going to say Hurt Syndicate retains. Some way, somehow, Hurt Syndicate retains. But don't be shocked if FTR does some shenanigans and they end up winning. But like I said, this is an elimination tag match, so this could get interesting. This could get really interesting. But I think Hurt Syndicate retains. Alrighty. Let's go to this next match. Now it's about to get really, really interesting. Okay. We got ourselves a lights out steel cage match. And it is 5-on-5. So, team number 1. You got Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Gabe Kidd, and you got the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, taking on the team of Darby Allin, Mr. Ace President Hiroshi Tanahashi, Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, and Kota Ibushi. Ooh, man. Well, I really don't know what to think, to be honest with y'all. I don't know what to think. Well, this is one way for Tanahashi to have his final match in Europe. Didn't exactly think it would be a steel cage match, but to be honest, I'm going to say the good guys win, but really, it could go either way. But I'm going to say the good guys win. So, Darby Allin, Tanahashi, Will Ospreay, the Golden Lovers. Yeah. That's what I'm going for. Okay. And then what I assume will be the main event of Forbidden Door London. We have the AEW World Championship on the line as MJF decided to cash in his contract for a shot at Hangman Adam Page. Title on the line. But there is a little bit of a stipulation. If Hangman Adam Page is counted out or disqualified, he will lose the title. So, no champion's advantage for Hangman Adam Page. Oof. But I still think Adam Page will retain. I still think he'll retain. To be honest, I really don't expect much for a title change. It's really hard for me to pick any title changes for this one, to be honest with y'all. But we'll see. We will see what happens. But I still think overall they still put together a pretty decent card. I know it's not what a lot of people hope for, especially compared to previous Forbidden Doors. I get it. I understand it. But I think on paper this is still a pretty solid card. Now, whether it delivers or not remains to be seen. We'll find out this weekend. But I do understand how this may not have lived up to previous cards, especially in balance of AEW and New Japan talent. I understand. I totally understand. So, we'll see how it goes. But should be a good show. Hopefully, should be a good show. But anyway, that's all I got for this video. Let me know your predictions for both the 5-star Grand Prix Finals show and for the AEW New Japan Forbidden Door London show. Let me know your predictions, your thoughts, all of the above. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed evening, and I will see y'all in the next video and our live stream. Peace.